Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with a different type of video. I'm going to just kind of give you the ins and outs on how I prepare and get ready for Thanksgiving. Um, I had written down a to-do list out of my planner. I got my planner right here, and I have the home planner inside, and so um, in the first section is the to-do list, and so I said, well, let me write some things down. I typically write them down anyway, but if I showed you my to-do list from years past, you would be like, oh my goodness, because I typically have my to-do list, my menu, everything written down, whatever type of paper I can find, that's what I write it on. And so I said, well, let me be a little more well put together this year. So I did write it down in my planner, and I'm not sure if you can see it because of the glare, but this page is full of stuff here. Um, but yes, so let's get to it. Okay, so typically for myself, I'm a thinker, I'm a planner. I typically like to, I'm always looking for the next big thing or whatever. And so I'm always, preparing ahead, which, some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay. But it gives me something to do. I know, I want to say after Boss Man's birthday, I kind of get a little bored, so I have to find something else to do. But anyway, let's get to Thanksgiving. So what I started doing is I started looking at different meal plans from years past. Whether it be online, because I do have an online journal that I will typically put my menu in. So I'll look at that. I'll look at my recipe books. Um, Sometimes I try to incorporate a new recipe. Sometimes boss man don't like that, so I try to stick to the normal. Just because, if I add something new and he's not prepared for it, he may just not like it. So I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want my feelings hurt if he don't like it. So I typically try to stick to the normal. So I started preparing my meal at least a month or two in advance. Just kind of thinking, okay, what do I want to have? Do I want to have turkey? I know one year we had duck, which I hated. Sorry for the duck fans. One year we had roast. Another year we had baked chicken. Years and years early in our relationship ago, I was not a turkey cooker, so I did only chicken, and boss man wanted turkey. So yeah, now I've been on this turkey kick and whatever. So I start to, just kind of figure out, okay, what do I want to make? And then, so I always make, my staple items. So normally like turkey, dressing, greens, cornbread, sweet potatoes. Years past was macaroni and cheese. I don't make that anymore, but I may be making it this year. And then I always try to add in a few extras, whether it's some green beans or, some broccoli, some kind of mixed vegetable, just to have little extras. Sometimes I even may add in like potato salad or something, just in case if someone drops by, we have extra food, because you just never know. Sometimes I'll prepare for just, what's in this house, and yeah, somebody will show up. And I will tell you, I love Thanksgiving leftovers. So I don't like preparing just for us and then having to share. That's just boss lady. Okay, so moving on. I also prepare for a deep cleaning. Now, this year is a little different because I have been working with a different type of cleaning routine. I picked up a few tips off of the YT, a few ladies out there. And so I've been trying to follow that routine so that when it comes to the holidays, I'm not so overwhelmed with, oh my God, I got to do all this deep cleaning. So it's been working for me. But I will still make sure that the common areas where company will be is thoroughly deep clean. So, the living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, stuff like that. The bedrooms will definitely be straightened up. But, I'm not going to worry about, oh, I got to deep clean the basement. No one's going to be down there outside of myself or boss man, getting stuff or whatever. So I'm not worrying about the basement, so to speak. Our basement's not finished, so we don't entertain there anyway. Then moving on, I check my spices. I want to make sure that, my spices are up to date. Nothing is expired. I want to make sure that, I have enough. And if I don't have enough spices, I add them to my grocery list, which is the next item. So on my grocery list, I have not only groceries but supplies. So years past, I have been using like all my baking pans and my roaster pans, and just pots and pans and pots. And Boss Lady is the dishwasher in this house. After doing all that cooking, Boss Lady doesn't want to be washing no dishes. And I typically wash as I cook anyway. So I typically now, years past, a couple past few years, I've been buying aluminum pans, and I will go to Sam's Club and pick up, the 30 pack. Um, if I don't need that many, or if I feel that for Christmas I won't be using any, then I may not pick up the 30 pack and just go to Dollar Tree or to my regular grocery store and just pick up just a few. But it's cheaper to get them in bulk than it is just to buy them out the store. So I will pick those up, as well as my aluminum foil. I have to have that. Um, and then also, I try to prepare for my meal at least a month to 2 months in advance. So things like my chicken stock, or like my stuffing mix that I use for my dressing, I try to pick those things up, especially if I see it on sale. I'll pick those things up. My condensed milk, my carnation milk. What else? My cream mushroom soup. I had to think about it. I try to get those things. So by the time it gets to the weekend before, only thing I should have to really get is my fresh stuff. So like my onions, my celery, my eggs, my milk, my butter, So I don't like to do a big Thanksgiving shop the weekend before. I try to buy my Thanksgiving things typically throughout the year, depending on expiration dates. And then, like my turkey and all that stuff, I try to get, at least a couple weeks in advance when I see the good sales. But I do stock up on, like I said, my eggs, my milk, and my butter, and I try to buy extra of that, not just the normal 12 count of eggs or the half gallon of milk. I may just go ahead and buy a gallon of milk because I know I will need the milk, and then, buy more butter as well. I also, another thing that I do is I plan for school release days. Now, with baby girl's school that she went to, she was out of school the whole entire week of Thanksgiving. So that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for a whole week for her. Miss Peanut, she's out of school Wednesday through Friday. So I definitely want to make sure that I have her meals set for Monday and Tuesday for, lunch and breakfast going to school. And then, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, make sure she has breakfast, some type of lunch and snacks. Because, when kids are home and they're watching movies and playing games or whatever, they're snacking. So I typically will add those things to my grocery list as well, just to make sure. Because like today, she even said, Mommy, can you make sure I have these certain kind of cookies? So, she's preparing herself for being home. So I try to make sure I have, extra fruit, whether it's fresh or in cups, applesauce, yogurts, just everything extra for her, just so that I'm not running around the last minute. Then I also prepare for my Thanksgiving pre-dinner. Now, with cooking a big meal for Thanksgiving, I don't like cooking a dinner beforehand. So I typically will do like finger foods or appetizers where it's enough where they get full. So like Boss Man, he loves shrimp with the cocktail sauce. Miss Peanut likes either barbecue smokies or barbecue meatballs. I'll make us some potato salad. But just something that I'm not just making a full meal and then having to, still continue to cook with everything else. Now, I will tell you, because I do cook the day before, Boss Man does typically, tip in the pot, but that's okay. Long as it's enough, it doesn't bother me. Um, And I also make sure that we have extra drinks on hand. Not drinks as far as alcohol, but I'm just saying like extra juice if I want pop. Because I typically don't buy pop on a regular, but I will buy pop for holidays. Because if we have people over, they may not just drink juice and water like us. So I will have some extra pops on hand. And, you can find good deals too during the holidays. So I'll make sure to have extra juices for her, extra juice boxes, juice pouches, and then juice for us, and then pop water. Um, I don't really have people asking for coffee, but I have enough coffee in there if someone wants some. And then I also will get sparkling cider because that is something that we drink with Miss Peanut, in the goblet glasses. And then I also may pick up a bottle of wine for us just to toast. We typically don't drink it on Thanksgiving because I am driving and I don't drink and drive. No, I do not. But, by that Friday, when I am done with decorating and putting up everything, yes, I like to have a nice glass of wine. So I typically will pick up another bottle of wine just so we have enough in house. Um, I buy my greens now because I do cook greens for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. I typically buy my greens the Monday before the holiday because that's when they restock. People typically buy their greens like that Saturday, that Sunday, and so by Monday the shelves are pretty scarce. But I typically know when to go in the store when they're restocking, and I get my collard greens. So I get those the Monday before because I typically start cooking them the Wednesday before, so they're still fresh. This year we will be having guests. So I will be preparing for guests this year, just making sure that I have enough seating, which I typically will have because we have seating for 4 at the main table. We have seating for 3 at the kitchen table. And I haven't done the kitchen tablescape yet. That one will be a lot less, smaller scale or whatever. But I will have seating in there as well, just, so in case if somebody wants to sit and eat, they can. We also have TV trays too, because typically a lot of times the men don't like to sit at the table. They like to sit and watch the game, or for us, we like watching movies, so we'll have a good movie on. So we'll, be in the living room watching movies and stuff. And I think this year I'm preparing for 4 guests. I'm not sure if all 4 will attend, but I know because my mom is out of town, my dad is supposed to come through. My aunt-in-law is out of town, so my uncle-in-law may come through as well. My husband's best friend, he normally comes through every Thanksgiving. Sometimes he comes through though after I already leave, which is fine. So that's fine with me, because he's coming for my husband, not for me per se, and I'm, shopping. And then my father-in-law, because my mother-in-law is passed, he typically comes through as well. So that's another reason why I try to have dinner done by 10. If I didn't say that already in this video, I like to have my dinner done by 10 because my father-in-law typically rolls through here roughly about 11, between 11 and 12. So I like to have food done. I like to be, showered, changed, and dressed. Because normally when I'm cooking, I cook in my pajamas. That's just what I do. So I typically would like to have my shower and be dressed, hair combed, Miss Peanut dress, so that when the men show up, we're presentable, when guests come. Now moving towards Wednesday. So the Wednesday before I have to work, and normally I work the Wednesday before every year. I have taken it off years past, but because I work from home, it's okay. So what I normally do, I get up early on that Wednesday. I think because I'm so excited and I'm like a little kid. I don't know why. Even though it's Thanksgiving, not Christmas, I'm still up super early. And so I typically try to get up at like 5, 4:30, 5 o'clock that Wednesday. And I start making my dessert. So I start preparing my sweet potato pies, getting my cakes going. And I know some people want me to do videos on some of my food prep. And now that I think about it, if I'm getting up at 5 in the morning, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because Miss Peanut will be sleeping because she doesn't have school. Bossman will be sleeping, getting ready, to get up for work. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a whole lot of that videoing, but we'll see. I'll play it by ear. We'll just go for it from there. But anyway, so I typically do my desserts Wednesday in the morning. So, I do my sweet potato pies, any type of cakes I'm making. If I'm making any cookies, because sometimes, Peanut likes cookies. And then if I'm doing any type of cupcakes or any other pies, cobblers that I typically don't do. I might do a cobbler this year. I'm not sure. But anyway, So that's what I do Wednesday morning, and then I continue to work. So as I'm working, the house is smelling good, all that nutmeg and cinnamon and whatever other desserts are cooking just smells the house up really good, just smells awesome. So I will do that, and then um before boss man gets home, I typically start chopping. So anything that has to be chopped, I try to chop and get it done. So then that way when he comes home, then the little appetizer meal that I'm going to serve will be done as well. And then he can sit in the kitchen with me while I, prepare for the Thanksgiving meal. So he helps me with the turkey, taking it in and out the oven, basting it and all that stuff. What else? He just sits in there really for conversation. He'll put on the jazz and we'll just, we'll rock out, and he'll stay in there with me till about 10, 11 o'clock at night till I'm, ready to lay it down. And then I lay it down and then I'm up again by 5 the next morning because typically, yeah, boss lady trying to hit them stores because we got some stores that open at 6. So, yes, I'm trying to, make sure whatever needs to be done gets done so I can roll out that door. And then basically what I do is I shop from 6 to 8. I come back. If there's anything else that needs to be prepared, the quick stuff, I will prepare that, heat up the food, make sure everything's ready to rock and roll, and we're ready to eat by 10 a.m. So, so that's what typically how it goes down in this house. I also will say, and you guys already know from videos I've already posted that I've been preparing for my Thanksgiving sale shopping. And so I have the Black Friday app on my phone. They've been sending me hits like crazy every day, 2-3 times a day on different stores, dropping their ads. So I've been making my master plan on where I'm going, what I'm doing, what's left to be done. And then also talking to my daughter and my aunt, letting them know, okay, this is the time that we need to go. So the shopping that I'm going to do Thanksgiving morning, I'll be doing that by myself. But then the shopping that I'll be doing Thanksgiving night, I will have help, especially because it's going to be dark. And, they know people are shopping and folks are just not sane in the head. So I like to always shop at least in a pair, if not in a group. So that's what I'll be doing as well. And so I got my master plan set pretty much. I know where I'm going. I know I have to go to Walgreens. I think it's Walgreens and Family Dollar. Possibly Kmart. So I might have 3 stores that morning, Thanksgiving morning. But then the rest, will be Thanksgiving night or evening, afternoon. But yes, so that's how Boss Lady does it, and it works out. It's been working. This year, just the only difference is we're having guests this year, and I'm not ready. I guess you could say, just because years past we never had guests. I mean, we would have people like pop through, but not so much like sit, stay a while, put your feet up and take a nap type guests. So I know I can do it. It's just a matter of just getting it done. So I'm up for the challenge. And it'll be fine. I don't have any friends that are coming through, like friends of mine, like female friends, I guess you could say. Everybody who's coming is males, dads and uncles and stuff like that. So, but that's okay. That's always what I've done in the past. I've always fed the men in my life who don't have a significant other or their significant other is out of town. So, so it's going to work. But I just want to give you my Thanksgiving prep list of what I do and how I get ready. And now I'm going to prepare for finishing up my cleaning. I got my tablescape done for the main table. The kitchen table won't be done closer to the weekend just because we're using that table a lot more right now for homework and dinner and everything. So I just don't want to make it up just yet for Thanksgiving. Also, the breakfast station will be changing. I'm so excited. But the breakfast station will be changing. I will have it up probably for Monday, Tuesday. Well, for the rest of this week and Monday, Tuesday next week. And then the breakfast station will be dismantled. Will be changing for Thanksgiving because I'll have the crock pots up there. And then it will just change over for Christmas. So I'm excited about that. I cannot wait to bring you my Christmas kitchen setup. So yes, so stay tuned to that, guys. That will be probably another week or so. And then I'll do the tour once I can get the tree up and the furniture delivered and everything. So, hope you guys have a great day. Hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will respond, and I will see you all in a new video. Bye-bye.